Sheesh. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
I think it's longer and more drawn out, yeah. But okay, so I'm excited already starting off. You know, I said I was really excited from the first time to really commentate custom variations, and already we're seeing a pretty unique variation here from Waz's Cabal, where we're going to see the Gas Blast and the Dash Cancel. I know we've been seeing a lot of the like pseudo-upgraded Cabal with the Air Leap, but this is a pressure-oriented Cabal. A lot of safe options, a lot of cancels, and we're already seeing it pay off.
Oh yeah, we are here, and I love the opportunity to go for a standing reset here. Very important in this game. I mean, when you leave your opponent standing, you take off, you know, access to invincibility frames. He almost walked back far enough, but somehow that little tip of Jacqui's leg able to make the connection. Now Waz lost a lot of a lot of health here, but it was a very costly resource. I mean, that dash punch with Jacqui, you can utilize it in a lot of different combos. Sometimes it's a nice Hail Mary to get you, you know, that little boost back into the game, and I don't think you should have spent it that willy-nilly.
Yeah, I mean, looking at your crushing blows as resources is such a big deal, and it's already gone in the first round, and that is definitely not good, because that's probably her most common crushing blow, aside from maybe like down 2, which is of course universal, but we're seeing the pressure again, and there are so many little hits that we're seeing from Ald here. It's just the damage isn't really adding up to these full classic new upgraded Jacqui combos.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing that. I see a lot of, I feel like I'm seeing him second guess himself. Like, you know, he'll go in and think like, oh, this jump in isn't gonna hit, and then it hits, but you know, he didn't commit to the rest of the string, or he just, you know, just didn't have any faith in that one jump in, but it did work out. But hold on, he's still in this. Gas Blast to just kind of keep himself away, keep himself as safe as possible, and Waz playing it by the book, just throwing down. I mean, at that point.
So yeah, using your strengths for characters that aren't your style is super sick to see.
Yeah, it kind of gives it a little bit of a, you're seeing the character in a whole new light here. But right now, speaking of a new light, Ald off to a much better start here in this game. Very aggressive, getting that hit, and kind of just stopping Waz in his tracks.
Yeah, really kind of able to, oh no, that was a, okay, broke the armor I think there, right? But didn't crushing blow, didn't take it. Of course, that's such a big crushing blow. That's one of the coolest ones in the game to me, because you can decide to keep it for the punish crushing blow or just take the damage from the armor break, or do nothing.
Yeah, so in that case, you saw Waz holding on to it because, you know, it's kind of a great thing to threaten somebody with. What an anti-air there with the down 3. I don't know, a lot of people say you can't stop Jacqui from jumping around, but that was a really, really good answer here from Waz.
So fun fact, I mean, people know that I am kind of obsessed with anti-airs. Kabal's down 3, one of the best anti-airs in the game. He leans super far back, and he sticks out his little toe, and it just stops almost everything that's kind of like at a 45-degree angle in front of him. Super good, and Waz clearly knows that.
Yeah, I love the fact that he can convert into, you know, really great situations. You know, you can go for the side switch if you're backed up against the wall. You can go for damage. Oh, look at that. And now he gets health as long as he's standing in his own gas. So that gas, poisonous to everyone else except to himself. Gives him some healing properties. Don't really know the science behind that, but it's okay. If you look at the life bars, you can see exactly which way you're going.
Yeah, although it's fun to see a kind of like a battle of healing versus a battle of melting away. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Oh, no. Especially with the lead in that. Seeing it. Of course, he's using basically the 1, which a lot of Spawn players have been doing, although he probably has his own name for it. But on the other side, Swazi using Johnny Cage.
Yeah, so Swazi, yeah, rockets him Johnny Cage here. Spawn, yeah, I mean, I love seeing, I mean, I feel like it just took a while for people to figure out, you know, where Spawn is, the ranges or situations where he's the best. Definitely incredible in that stand 3 range, which was that little hook animation that you see Spawn just kind of throwing out at you. Yeah, that's the one, ducking right under there. But Swazi's doing a great job of just kind of staying right outside of that range, because although it's very deceptive, stand 3 and stand 3-4 from Spawn have a lot more recovery than it appears to. So Swazzy taking complete advantage of it, pushing him back towards the corner. Oh, is he going to cash in big with the crushing? No, not close enough, I believe, to trigger it. That does trigger if he is up against the wall. He could have gotten the win here for that, but
Yeah, maybe not quite close enough. Oh, I'm really sad because we did see the armored charge go through and not quite punish the projectile fast enough. Of course, after we saw the ability to add that little arc force ball, Johnny became one of the scariest owners in the game in his own respect. We are again seeing the 3-4 range really being taken advantage of, and that is really where you want to play it. Like you said, we're seeing a lot of these just standing 3 staggers, not going to the full standing 4 string, which leads to situations exactly like that, where Swazzy is sitting there trying to wait for the 4 to come out so that he can do something, knowing that he's going to be plus in that situation. But the staggered 3 into the dash up throw, or the staggered 3 into the sweep, and there's just a lot of mind games behind that, and Wi-Fi Scorpion showing that he knows them pretty well.
And looking like Swazzy's going for the throw mix, giving up the corner, although he could have gone for the forward throw. Does get there in time here. That's going to be a punish. Crushing Blow decides to break away and duck it under the throw. Down 2, double down 2 for your troubles. Now it's Wi-Fi Scorpion in a big situation here. He can make this
might be it.
He maybe did.
I think that might be it. That might be it. The spawn damage is so high. I'm going to say that's it. That's got to be it, right? That is enough. Oh, the comeback.
That was really, I mean, to be so composed in that situation, to not let it, fall through your fingertips, to not crumble under that pressure. Wi-Fi Scorpion really impressing me right here. In that sweep, double hitting, really good stuff. Very active move with a great amount of range.
So the big thing about the 1 is that it does lose its armor break, which is why you saw such a quick breakaway from Swazzy in that first game. But once they do get that breakaway, that's the moment that all that Spawn needs to do is land 1 big hit, and you are donezo. So there's the breakaway, exactly like I was saying. If we can find 1 more opening within the next 20 or so seconds, then I think Johnny is basically dead.
Yeah, all he needs is just 1 more. He possibly could get it here. Trying to force the opening here, but Johnny Cage coming with those kicks from downtown, trying to cash in as much as possible because of that breakaway. However, he does find the hit here. It looked like Wi-Fi Scorpion is looking for some kind
try to feel things out. I mean, the fact that we're seeing Wi-Fi Scorpion try this spawn out and then come into him even after the first game loss is saying a lot about what he's trying to learn for trying to take home the big bucks at the end.
Yeah, it's all about, the long game. Later on, you're going to want this option. Yeah, everyone, and the other thing too is you don't want to give everyone, your information with your best character. I mean, Scorpion, obviously going to be the main for Wi-Fi Scorpion, which I guess isn't always the case. We've seen people name themselves after stuff and not pick them. But, he doesn't want to give it all away, and, wants to diversify his portfolio. Trying to get that spawn stock as healthy as possible here. Big jump in from Johnny Cage, able to convert some good damage. Tried to down 2 there, thinking the breakaway was coming, but instead holding on to the meter for that forward roll, trying to catch him on those recovery frames. Flawless blocks to minimize that chip damage. Now Johnny Cage in a world of hurt, nowhere to really go. However, he can jump off that dirty mattress. Oh, he thought it was gonna whiff. He was trying to walk back and stand 3 into, I guess, anything, and he would have killed him. But sometimes I feel like those follow-up kicks just suck you in.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times too, we see Johnny move in with forward 3 and not do the follow-up kicks. So maybe he just assumed it was going to be a raw forward 3, but Swazzy making the right call there, and again moving up in the set. But now again, he's got to play this mid-range game. Luckily, he's got the projectiles to do so, which have really given him just so much mileage in this matchup. And when you step outside that range, you make Spawn move into you, then he makes mistakes, then you have an opportunity to try to fight outside of that standing 3 range, and ouch!
It hurts big time. I mean, I guess the throw attempts are just getting a little too obvious, especially when, you got the crushing blow requirement there. I guess that throw was a little too obvious. He tried to go for the forward throw to make some kind of crazy comeback.
Maybe he just wants Outworld to have won in the past. I mean, you could do that. You beat Chronica. You could nerf the old Great Kung Lao. Oh, okay. So we're seeing the Scorpion come back out. And I love that first forward 3 already off the bat. Now, this is going to be a big... Oh, wow. His up 2 does not reach after forward 3-4. A lot of characters have that issue, especially in the corner. But I didn't know Johnny had that issue mid-screen. And maybe it was just the spacing.
Yeah, it could have been the spacing thing, but it's definitely going to be something that plays out into the rest of this. Now, forward 3-4 does have a flawless blockable gap. However, I guess next time, Swazzy's going to think twice about actually trying to, cash in on the back. Now, that was a flawless, a very slow one, and I guess Johnny Cage just never really got to touch him in that last round. Wi-Fi Scorpion looking like a completely different player here. Gonna end it with the spear right next to him, trying to go in for the forward 3 stagger, recognizing that high and going right under, down to crushing blow. Big damage here. However, he does miss the little clip here at the end.
Yeah, that denied him of any Oki, which meant that it went back to neutral, which Scorpion's going to be very good at. Oh, one of the biggest issues of back 1-4 is that the second hit can whiff on airborne opponents, and then it gives the opponent advantage. So a lot of weird little kind of like combo hits that end in disadvantage state. Again, clearly this is not going to work out. And twice now we've seen the punish, which has led to a huge amount of damage for Scorpion.
Oh, yeah. Oh, very heartbreaking, honestly. Crushing
speaking of heartbreaking.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be the comeback factor that Johnny Cage needs in this scenario. However, that is a finite resource. Crushing blows only happen once per game. So next time, probably just going to let the fatal blow rock. Maybe dash cancel for some little throw pressure. Who knows? Good anti-air here from Wi-Fi Scorpion on the stand one. Just a simple little jab. Nice block confirmed, getting under there and just swinging for the fences. Wi-Fi Scorpion getting as much damage on the table as possible, connecting that overhead, connecting that low because Johnny Cage wants to jump, and then he wants to jump yet again. Oh, good throw tech.
Good poke back, needs to take the advantage here. Nice, 2-wise, great blocks in the back 3 overhead. Now, Swazzy needs to make everything work. He's almost at chip situation, but you know what? Third time's the charm. Back 3. And
player in this region. And his quote is, "Sup, Mary." Just Mary. So, Mary, whoever you are out there, someone saying, "What's up?"
Yeah, big ups to Mary.
Right.
Can we get the chat, please, to give a big shout out to Mary? Thanks.
Yeah, big shout out. I love this. The Halloween pack here, the costume, the werewolf from Johnny Cage. So throw a little flavor in here. Swazzy, he's sticking with the same character, just a different little look here. Wi-Fi Scorpion.
I didn't actually see if there were any move changes, but I probably should have looked. But again, just getting used to the custom variation. I assumed he was going to pick the same, but that we do see the straight fireball, so it's not the same.
Yeah, it looked like the arcing fireball was really good against a tall character like Spawn. It was kind of forcing Wi-Fi Scorpion to not even look for the high in a lot of situations. So this time, it's always going to be a high no matter how high or how tall they are, but it is a lot faster here. Down to just in case he did break away. Very smart on Wi-Fi Scorpion to not, or to opt not to go for it, but that was a big whiffer right in front of him.
Oh, this is looking like a totally different game. This is a huge amount of damage. I mean, without breaking, that's almost like 400 damage in the corner, but not going to give him a chance. Oh, this looks like this might be over. I mean, this is not going to kill, probably, but we are going to be just about one hit away, and if you can make this comeback, I've got something for you, but we're not going to have to figure out what that is because that was a quick game. And you were talking about the ability to switch custom moves just to counterpick certain matchups, and that is a perfect example. Was earlier requested to be nerfed, but we'll see if it's necessary. Going up against the Elder Goddess.
Yes, and Solar-Plexis. Now Solar-Plexis coming in here, real hot, trying to throw down those laser beams, trying to stop Kung Lao from making any kind of approach. Forward roll, very aggressive. Could have been even super punished there in that scenario, but lives to see another day. I like the cheekiness there with the stomp, and hold on a second, big crushing blow. A lot of damage here. I'd say it's kind of one of the rarer crushing blows that you see from Cetrion. Not a tough requirement, but I guess he even hit it again. I guess when you're playing a character like Kung Lao that's jumping a lot, and I'm not saying that all Kung Lao players just know how to jump. I'm just saying that the jump is so powerful from this character that you got to be crazy not to jump when you're with him or when you're using him.
Yeah, I mean, it's his greatest strength. You got to play to it. I mean, big shout outs to Splash, still one of my favorite players ever to watch in Mortal Kombat, in pretty much any Mortal Kombat. His Lao in this game one of the jumpiest things I've ever seen in my life, but is a thing of beauty and just showing off what the character is capable of doing. And so yeah, you got to make those reads. Wow, that was a really heavy read there, though. That was assuming it's gonna be like point blank.
There was also very, very risky stuff here from Kung Lao, going right into that dive kick. Very punishable on blocks. You usually don't see them doing it in, you know, that closer range. Sometimes they'll do it like, you know, that little space where you got to move forward in order to get hit. If you're moving forward, you're not blocking, thus you're not going to, you know, put him in a punishable state. Jumping right over there, calling out the boulder, rolling to the other side, and instead of going for a regular straight into the fatal blow, decides to just, maybe out of a moment of panic, go right into the fatal blow. That's going to be a little too shy here for the death, but this is Cetrion. All you need is a nice little tornado from downtown, and Solar-Plexis getting that first game over KetchupLlama.
That was such an interesting ending situation because that was the return fatal blow, right? And
yeah,
it looked like, you know, I don't know the...
She's going to get in over these boulders. For the Wuxi, he's going to go in and hit those mids. Just kidding, he's going to go for throws just when you think he's going for mids. Right now, that orbiting hat not connecting to the combo that he wants, and Cetrion's wall is really keeping him at bay here. The boulder's so scared of him. You don't want to jump into him, but you do want to hop over them.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, talk about zoning. He wasn't looking forward to the zoning, but he didn't say anything about this rush down from her, which is a thing that Cetrion can do now. Of course, it's one of the reasons why she's quite so good. But oh, great anti-air. Maybe a little bit closer, could have gotten a, or maybe, you know, could have even gotten like a second barrier right there, just because it did hit kind of meaty as an anti-air. But regardless, great teleport to get that corner control back. But whoa, we're seeing the, I don't even remember what that's called, the like up and down hat. Yeah, the Swazzy hat. That's, I'm pretty sure the official hat. I'm gonna agree with that.
We begged him to change it to Swazzy hat. They said, all right,
possessed,
got it.
Possessed hat. But I like Swazzy hat better anyway, so we're gonna stick with that. But yeah, seeing the amplified version of it kind of as truly as a zoning tool is pretty unique. We used to see that a little bit more kind of like as an up-close tool, but then it got nerfed, and so we don't see it. Nice! Great conversion! Catching with the orbiting hat, and needs to take advantage of this. He's doing it. A lot of jumps.
A lot of jumps, but that is very successful there. Big jump in two, able to convert into some good damage. I'm seeing a lot of jumping here from Solar-Plexis, just trying to get some space between himself and Kung Lao in order to apply a little bit more of a zoning game. And Kung Lao immediately, right after round begin, going for the dive kick. I need to be right on top of her. And I guess he's okay with, oh, definitely not okay with taking these boulders, but I guess he's okay with, you know, oh God, just boulder after boulder. Kung Lao getting sniped out of the sky here. Oh, that was the last thing he was looking for.
Oh, that was a round. That was like an aggressive zoning flawless round at the end of that one. Into a second friendship. This is not feeling quite so friendly, seeing those double friendships, but you know, okay, so a lot of people
I don't know if I'm saying any of this right. This is all foreign to me. The other side of the world. I don't know how they talk. Just this morning, I thought it was Waz and not Waz. So, you know, just
I have been calling him Waz for years also. But yeah, you know what? At least you attempted. But yeah, we're trying our best always to pronounce everything right, and we get it right maybe 10% of the time if we're lucky. So that's just how life is. But definitely representing all of those areas quite well right now. Although we are seeing KetchupLlama get a lot more momentum at the start of this match. Not as many boulders, not giving it so much time, but nice usage of the amplified interactable, the meter interactable, to get out of that situation and just back that. Just get out of there. Oh! Can't get far enough away though.
And he just did it. He just did it. Fatal blow. That armor just in time here to make sure going through anything Kung Lao was trying. Is he dead? He's alive.
No,
he's alive, but it's Cetrion. Oh man. Straight laser. What are you gonna do?
I don't know. That's always going to be a tough situation. I mean, there's so many different things you have to watch out for too. You know, the ground pound existing now, the straight laser, the boulders, the barrier. Like, there's just too many options. Lao does have, you know, some answers to a lot of them, but sometimes you just got to accept that is life. So match point now. Solar-Plexis is trying to move forward with a strong 3-0. Will we get the read right again? Will we get it?
Are they going to be a state? Oh, every match, every single match.
Every time! Okay, I'm a huge Solar-Plexis fan. This is incredible. The rate of success on these straight air boulders is unparalleled. That was like a totally different pattern than the last time. He did like 3 grounded ones into a straight one. All right, big fan. And KetchupLlama played well, but unfortunately did in the kind of interview kind of already suggest what was going to be his downfall, and it was the zoning. But, you know, great showing up, getting some points. Definitely hope to see them more.
Definitely sign up if you guys haven't yet, even if you missed out on the first few weeks. Just kind of test out the waters and really see what competing is all about. All right, so we got some new faces here, or at least one new face here. I don't know, you're familiar. Yeah, a new face. Colt the Icon, who just goes by Colt here, you know, for the first time, I believe, first time in any top 8 here, and he's the only player in this top 8 that doesn't have any points yet, but definitely gonna have some points and definitely gonna be breaking through that armor. We're gonna be seeing a little bit of Jade here, that purple stuff going right through those projectiles.
Okay, so before we even talk about anything more about this match, we need to talk about the fact that we're seeing the Kung Lao. I don't even remember what this stance is called, but the like, I don't know. I literally don't know what it's called, but the spirit stance. This is by far one of my favorite moves in the entire game. I'm gonna take back my answer from earlier about the Rain Lightning being the move I want to see, and it's gonna be this. And so far, we're seeing a really great use of it as we're gonna see Saggat take the first round. And funny story. So, I mean, I think this might have been like 7 months ago. This might have been longer than that. This might have been like, I don't know, something like that. I went into a tournament that Waz was streaming, and I saw a player playing this variation back when it was actually just the 3 variations, and this was a 3rd one. And I said, what is this? Like, how do you guys know how to fight against this? Because you're all countering super well. And Waz was like, oh, that's just how the meta is in this region. We just play weird stuff. And so apparently this is not the weirdest thing to see, but to me, it's one of the sickest things to see.
Yeah, it's definitely unique. I feel like it's a little bit more of like a long-range game. The moves are a little bit slower, but the range on them is just incredible. And, you know, you combine that with Kung Lao's already great throw-strike game. You know, he can kind of play it at any range here. You know, you go for the really far projectiles, go for, you know, the Z-hat here, you know, however he feels like approaching the situation. And cashing in big here on that crushing blow, the back throw.
Much mental fortitude they have, I guess would be the term that you would use. So, you know, definitely tough for newer players or players newer to competition. But hey, you know what? Backdash, forward dash, nitro kick is a pretty heavy sign that you are not afraid at all, even after a first game loss. And honestly, those are some pretty close rounds within that first game. Oh wow, zero fear. At this point, Scott's got to be ready, got to be ducking maybe to try to bait those out. But you know, I did watch Scott run through the bracket, and he did defeat a known Jade to make it into the top 8. So definitely has Jade experience, knows how to counter these things. Just probably not expecting it.
Yeah, it's oh, didn't expect the amplified there, and that's the tricky part. Getting it on block, but then, you know, you don't expect them to amplify, you go to punish, and then the amplify just kind of knocks you on your ass, and it's just very tough.
Oh my god! How many of these are gonna hit? This is unbelievable, these kicks! Oh,
I mean,
there's gotta be some...
Last week we saw crazy Devora teleports. This week it's these insane Jade nitro kicks, which are, you know, highs that you can duck in full combo punish, or they're also just not safe on block.
Oh my god, please! You gotta duck one of them! I know you have the ability. Look, you're on reaction, blocking and punishing forward 2-1, but just make the read on the nitro. There's like 600 of them so far. Still though, beautiful combo, beautiful combo. That stance does give you the chance to use some really cool new combos, like you're seeing right there, or get some cool conversions. Like that's a cool, very nice 4-1-3 conversion. I'm gonna say cool a bunch because it is, but that was a very different round. Didn't even give a chance to nitro kick. Gonna happen. So the real question is, if it starts getting punished, oh wow, speak of the devil. All right, so if it starts getting punished hypothetically by a down 2 crushing blow, will we see the continuation of the nitro kicks?
I don't know. It all depends. I mean, some players refusing, some players get conditioned too hard. So depending on how much damage that down 2 crushing blow did, it was very significant. You know, how much does that damage mean to you? You know, certain players. All right, now we're seeing the Volt from Jade, a little different here. Big jump in, but didn't believe in the read, didn't want to commit to it at all here. Does hit those Delia dance cancels here in that low, but really not enough damage. He doesn't go into like a full combo. That's going to be an overhead, very unsafe stuff, but very tricky to see coming.
Yeah,
if you're
gonna win through Dahlia's dances, you've got to read a lot of them, and you've just got to really get in your opponent's head, make them really start blocking, maybe start throwing them. It's not an easy path, but it is a nice addition to her kit that she wasn't able to really take advantage of before customs. And right now, I like the fact that we are seeing a very different playstyle, and we're seeing a lot less the Nitro Kick, so truly that was an adaptation, and that wasn't just somebody who didn't know that it was bad to throw out unsafe moves. I really like this play from Colt the Icon, and there we go. This is a perfect example of how you're supposed to use Dahlia's dance in that kind of Jade pressure.
Yeah, you just kind of don't know, because she's got so many like different hitting strings. You know, some of the strings are just safe if you just let the whole thing rock. There's a mind game behind it. They have the flawless block gap where she can, you know, kind of cover with the Delia's dance there in the middle there, or if they're not blocking low. So many different routes, so many different options you can go. But right now, Colt the Icon, hashtag the Icon, is in a very tough spot here. Oh no, going for a huge ride, and that's going to be just enough damage, more than enough damage here, and it's going to be sick. A player that is, you know, the reactions of this player are going to be on point, going to be able to teleport through there. So you're going to see probably a little bit more lasers here from Cetrion, because it is the faster projectile, a little tougher to react to. Whereas Boulder, man, that was a beautiful punish here. I guess he was anticipating the breakaway, and he actually got a nice little spear charge up there for the long game. A lot of attack here from Cetrion. Nice little fake there. Yeah, I love that she stayed on the same side.
Yeah, I mean, so you expect a lot of teleport feints, teleport mix-ups from Scorpion, but I guess Solar-Plexis is like, hey, you know what? Cetrion can do it too. Offensive, point blank, same side teleport, and it actually worked out. But now, of course, that means no defensive meter, which means this is going to hurt a lot. I think this might be scaled too much to kill, but it's at least going to take very low. I could be wrong, though.
Very low. Literally, like, oh, man. And the success rate of that overhead, very high here. And it's going to be connecting here, the overhead.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about that overhead is that even if it wasn't overhead, it still hops over a lot of lows, and especially you see Cetrion using a lot of down 3, down 4, and it's going to get over all of that, just go right to the dome, I guess, and get that nice hard knockdown. But it is also an overhead, and it's safe, so everything about that move is quite good. And it overbreaks, I forgot about that. You barely see it.
What does that move not do? I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't. Mixes, it low crushes. I guess it is a little bit slower on startup, which, you know, was buffed a little bit in one of the previous patches. So I guess it's, oh, what a call out. Beautiful call out there on the wake up, connecting that back 1-4 from that far range. Oh, that was tricky. That was so tricky there. Leaving him in a standing position at the end of the combo thanks to the spear.
We saw some really nice rush down, but one big bait on that wake up 2 was really all that it took to end that second round, because it was that into freestand, into the command grab reset, no breakaway, so it wasn't a terrible match. It's just sometimes it all works out bad in one round. And you know, right now, Wi-Fi Scorpion says he wants it to work out on even better for more than that, and that is huge. Great. That all started with a jab punish from the natural barrier, which would have interrupted even Amplify. Second hit of it, all good.
Very fast little jab and kind of get there just in time. Oh, somehow connecting that smoke bomb, and definitely going to be cashing in big. Not only cashing in big enough to kill for the first round, but also look at the corner positioning here. Cetrion up against the wall, but we all know she's just one teleport away from getting out. So I guess it was a little telegraph there. Good challenge from Wi-Fi Scorpion with the normals. This time hit converting into the teleport. Connecting here with that cheeky little overhead after the jumping overhead. That's going to be a counter hit for the crushing blow. Going to amplify that teleport for a lot of damage. No breakaway available for Solar-Plexis, and just not blocking that second hit of the low. I'm seeing a little bit of a little slack here. I mean, you know, it's one thing.
Pretty good answer to the stars.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, get you out of dodge. She can go for, you know, a little bit you know, you fake to go for the stomps, and then you try to block the teleport, but then Scorpion, I love that. Walk up punish, big damage here, gonna amplify for a little pop-up. Unblockable ground pound here, going for regular stomp, and because of the delay from Shiva, able to kind of wait for Scorpion to finish. Now Scorpion cannot delay that teleport at all. As soon as he hits teleport, he has to come out of it. He can, however, cancel out of that teleport after the teleport has taken place. So there's a little bit of a mind game there in terms of, you know, is he gonna let it rock? Is he gonna wait? Is he gonna hold it, fake it out? Oh, try to go for tried to art the stomp a little bit to the right, but that was a very good call by Wi-Fi Scorpion to not move. Unfortunately, not fast enough to punish.
Stomp whip and a fatal blow. That is optimal Shiva play. That is 100% optimal Shiva play. That's the kind of stuff that goes to lab for. So good stuff to Solar-Plexis.
I don't know if you know how insulting that sounds. That is
yeah, mentally broken. That's how you start a 3-0 comeback. Let me tell you, teleport. Oh, just commit to it. Just commit to it. You don't need to cancel it. You're already punishing. But yeah, so far so good. I mean, hey, the Shiva this thing's working out. Side note, isn't this just Shiva's Tournament 1 variation? Mean Queen, right? I think so. It's got the anti-air grab. It's got the unblockable stomp, and yeah, this is it.
Yeah,
Mean Queen.
yeah. This is Mean Queen. This is the one that had. This was the only variation that let you arc it to the left or right.
Right. Oh, that's a punish. Oh, I think I hit him out of the Amplify too, which was the second hit, so managed to waste an offensive bar. Ooh, big damage. And that's a lot more damage after the throw, of course, with a huge DOT. You can see that life bar just melting. Oh, the delay. Good call. Good call. Have to
do it again.
Oh! No! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! One more for crushing blow. One more. Just go for the stomp. Just do it.
Oh, he didn't have the bar either way. Either way, didn't have the bar. I don't think he should have spent it on the last one. Yeah, he blew the last bar on the last one.
And so actually getting him out of that amplified version of the unblockable ground pound was a pretty big deal because that could have set up a win. But match point now for Wi-Fi Scorpion. We'll see if the Shiva's powerful enough to stomp out his 3-0.
Could be. Gotta make this comeback.
Oh, no meter for Solar-Plexis. Okay, finally got one bar back and one bar back. But this is gonna have to be a lot of hits. All right, gets one.
A lot of hits, a lot of stomps. Gotta call it out there. I like a Wi-Fi Scorpion said, I'm gonna try to keep it as safe as possible, but this time getting clipped there as he tries to jump out of the air. Little bit of teabaggery from both these players. Just kind of hold it down there. Oh no, don't let him do this. Don't let him do this.
Crushing blows one away now. Oh no! Had the chance. The meter was just building too, but Wi-Fi Scorpion isn't gonna let the Shiva plan work. The reads were really good by Solar-Plexis, managing to delay every single time that he was going to teleport punish it. I forgot this was a fatality. I haven't seen this one forever. The dive through, pretty funny.
The first one we ever saw, basically.
Yeah. Because we saw it so much early on. Nobody does.
We do have a few other you know, custom moves along with this variation build, but you know, let's see what Saggat does. We got the squiggly hat there, amplifying it for, you know, maybe catching some free damage here against Jacqui. Maybe she's not paying attention, maybe she's not anticipating the application of that move. Good breakaway. Good timing.
So this is
breakaway, I should say.
This is definitely a more common variation setup. So this is going to be the one with the orbiting hat, I believe. Oh no, this is the possessed hat and the buzzsaw. Okay, so I misread that for sure. There's a lot of different options you get with Cloud. I love how he's kind of evolved since Customs came out. But it looks like Saggat's pretty good at using all of them, and we're already seeing a pretty quick first round.
Yeah. Pretty dominant. I mean, not super in his favor. You know, got hit a few times, but you know, able to kind of keep control of the whole situation. Squiggly hat is able to push her back just outside of that forward 3 range. That's definitely going to come into a factor here when it comes to, you know, that specific string and just kind of you know, what's the mind game? You kind of want to anticipate it to whiff, because that is kind of the go-to challenge from Jacqui, as it is a very, very quick mid. Good conversion here, forcing Jacqui to come off that breakaway, getting that back throws. Jacqui's holding on the block for dear life. A little too scared, as she doesn't have any wake-up options after that breakaway. That was a weird little exchange here.
I know, just like held it for a little bit. Oh, he's gonna land it, and the conversion, beautiful. Didn't have the chance to, or didn't really have the meter to anything up, but that was such a great conversion. And I love the setting up, saying, here, land on my hat.
Just come jump right on the hat there. Ooh, and a trade goes in the favor of Saggat, thanks to that just qualified there at 8th place, 210 points. So, you know, this match right here could determine who qualifies and who doesn't qualify for that finale in order to get that payday. Squiggly Hat getting Jacqui as she tries to get up and do anything but block. Gets the conversion. Very tricky stuff, and I guess he was going for a throw there. Huge whiff, and because of that, a big-time punishment city here.
Yeah, still taking damage up to the start of this throw, just from that residual damage from the grenade launcher, but great stuff really from both sides here, and we've seen such amazing conversions from Buzzsaw so far that I am just extremely impressed with this play. It's definitely one of the best moves that I think got added to anybody's kit in Customs, and we saw it for quite a bit, but kind of less so as time's gone on.
Yeah, just a little bit, but you know, I feel like sometimes it just kind of takes people, you know, a little time to explore, you know, the best options, certain matchups, because like, you know, with Customs, these matchups have all, it's almost like they evolve, you know, with all these different options, and you can, you know, tweak things here and there for you know, certain counterplay. Just, you gotta look at everything in a whole new light. It feels like a whole different game competitively. Forward throw from Kung Lao. Saggat looking great, trying to throw down that buzzsaw. There it is. Tracking because it held him. Even though Jacqui jumped over to the other side, crossing him up, cashing in big here with that dash punch crushing flow. Wants to take this momentum, wants to stop the All train right here in it. Wants to stop the Saggat train right here in its tracks, but All able to do something.
Yeah, one back throw is really all it takes, but is going to land the hit. There's no escaping that. Down two is going to definitely finish it off no matter what. Could have kept it a little bit less, maybe like launching, but it literally did not matter. So definitely going to take back a little bit of momentum. I mean, Ald has not been playing badly. It's just that so far, both Saggat and Waz have been really extremely good at fighting against upgraded style Jacqui, which is something that you obviously need to have a lot of experience against in this game. Is you're almost definitely going to run into at least one in bracket, but they've just shown the perfect amount of knowledge, like anti-airing after blasts. There we go. The perfect patience to block two of them. There hasn't been really much aggression started from Ald. Just hasn't had a chance. The zoning's almost worked better than like the rushdown.
Yeah, and I feel like it all comes down to patience, and you know, Saggat being really, really familiar. Not sure what's happening here.
Well, I can take a guess.
Buzzsaw
cut the server. Yeah, it cut the Ethernet cable in half twice. It was very top tier, but like I said, we'll get back to that. We are going to see the switch to Sonya. Ald did say, you know, buff Sonya, and somebody else called for a nerf to Lao. So this is the optimal buff nerf matchup based on the competitors' wants, but they're not going to get any of it. So let's see how it goes with their current status.
I don't know, man. Paulo could be in the chat right now looking at this and saying, you know, I should take my notebook out and really see what's going on. So there's a lot on the line here, you know? Kind of a double-edged sword if you do win here. You win and you can't downplay your character. The mids here from Kung Lao not finishing his string. Trying to get through the zoning from Sonya. Good jump in here. The Squiggly Hat does trade with the interactable cage. Trying to summon the Ancestor, but just a little too slow to get past it. And I like how he's counterplaying to that. I mean, trying to make Sonya, you know, rely on the zoning. Then she gets a little too comfortable, and then that's when you go for jump and dive kick. But unfortunately, one drone drop away from the loss here. And Ald trying to make this comeback, reverse a 3-0 fashion.
Yeah, this is looking this is looking so much more solid on the side of Ald. I don't want to make any assumptions, but if I was watching this not knowing Ald's history, which is absolutely correct, my assumption would have been that they were a Sonya player who maybe didn't feel Sonya was quite up to par, and then ended up switching to Jacqui, who's known to be quite good. But you can tell when somebody's playing their main, playing the character they've invested the most time into, it just feels different. It's just the way they move, the way they time things, their confidence, and that's really showing right now. Even though right now Scott's got the upper hand, it just looks like a different player almost.
No, definitely commentators curse all around here, but hold on a second. Sonya's a mixed machine. She can go in there. Never mind. Kung Lao swinging for the fences, trying to get out of there and getting a nice little side switch there. Sonya doesn't have a teleport, anything like that, but she does have some rings to just kind of keep you at bay. Huge jump in, paid off big time, big punish, and now total control in the corner. Look at this oppression here. The mids coming your way because you thought the throw was coming. The throw coming your way because you thought the mids were coming. Kung Lao guessing right over and over again here. I mean, Sonya in for a world of hurt. Ald has got to kick this up a notch, and here it is. Does hit it, but he drops the combo. Huge opportunity missed here.
Oh, and that should be it. No way to escape that. The armor breaker was available even if the defensive meter was.
Including myself in RoboCop. So let's see, Waz bringing a little bit different character this week. This time going with Kabal. We saw him doing great in the first round of winners. Anti-aired Jacqui every possibility that he could. What a hit confirm right into the Nomad dash. Johnny Cage breaking away, doesn't want anything to do with this combo, but Waz just kind of, you know, sniffing out that opportunity, making sure, trying to get that hit because breakaway won't save him. And I guess Swazzy is just gonna kind of take it a little easier here. Does get clipped by that overhead though.
And one of the scariest things about breaking away against Kabal is that he does so much damage before he gives you an opportunity. Oh, the crushing blow, not a common one, misses the conversion. Super unfortunate. But what I was going to say was he does so much damage before he gives you the opportunity to break, and then he has one of the best armor breaks in the entire game in the form of the hook grab. So always breaking away is a really scary thing. Not going to scare Swazzy away, though. He just needs one more solid hit. Either one of these players do, really. Oh, that wasn't a solid hit. That was a tiny baby hit.
Not solid enough, just a regular down four. What's he gonna do? Oh, he whipped! He whipped right in front of Kabal, and Waz able to hit those mids quick enough, making sure that that poke was so predictable and just kind of calling it out entirely. Wazminator.
Round 2.
Looking great with this Kabal here, confirming right into that fatal blow, not leaving any chances.
Kabal is such an interesting character. Something that like people have said was really good for a really long time, but also have said is really bad for a really long time. And there's just so many in betweens. There's been players like Kerbalicious, who is actually supposed to be Kerbalicious, that have done really well with it. But then it's such a mixed bag character. Very cool to see always though, and has all of the tools necessary to be a good character. I'd say at the very least that.
Okay, I agree with it. I agree with it. Definitely a cool character here. Down four, little hook grab from Kabal, a little flick of the hook sword there. It doesn't connect anywhere, and that was kind of the opening for Johnny Cage. Once you block a low poke, that's pretty much party time for Johnny Cage, and that's really where it's really oppressive here in terms of like that poking game, and that's kind of what he wants. That's what he wants. He wants to get super plus frames on his own down pokes, or you know, he knows it's his turn to swing afterwards, able to challenge with some really good buttons.
Yeah, I mean, that was a hugely different round that we just saw. You know, it was such a back and forth in the first one, and then it was just kind of like Johnny Cage day for the second one. So we're going to have to see Waz maybe go back to a little bit more of like it was zoning that started to control the match, but also Swazzy has started changing the way that he zones, right? These arced fireballs are so good against the options that Kabal has. Both the straight fireball is a little bit too slow, and the air fireball will just get caught by its upward arc. So all of that, it was good stuff in that matchup. Oh, went for the armor break, but it was a little bit too slow. That would have been gigantic.
Yeah, that would have been huge damage. The crushing blow popping up for even more damage here. Hold on a sec. The arcing fireball. Second one not connecting a lot on Kabal. He's not really a super tall character like Spawn. So I feel like the arcing fireball isn't doing too much in this match. Sense possibility of a change if this goes way, but right now he's got the lead against Waz as a huge whip!
Crushing blow,
And
crushing blow.
Cabal's hook swords. Cabal's hook swords coming at you, cashing in big here. So many combos out here. And that all happened because he didn't have the bar to break away there. He didn't get it until the
One there. The conversions are huge, the comeback potential is there, everything's there.
Yeah, and I just wanted to add a little bit to like what you said about that specific combo. You know, you don't really get an opportunity to practice it in every match because it is just a one-time crush and flow use. So, you know, you gotta either lab it specifically, but you know, you can lab things as much as you want, but it's a little bit different when you take it to an actual match. So it just kind of shows, you know, how adaptive Waz is in this situation. This isn't even his main character here. Beautiful anti-air here. And look at the main benefit to Kabal whenever he does anti-air with those regular normals is how he can convert into some good damage, good situations. Trying to call out the breakaway, but Johnny Cage getting the down 2 and ending the combo a little too early. Swazzy gotta think a little bit, you know, past that Yomi level. Oh, not enough there to chip him out.
Yeah, these little pokes, they're working. Whoa, he went down one! Fatal blow. That is a trolling option. Of all characters too, Kabal doing down one fatal blow, that is like, that's like if you hit that, you're gonna win the game because there's no way that they're mentally coming back from that, but that is a cheeky thing to try. That's the only word for it, it's cheeky.
Very cheeky, definitely. I mean, it's one of those moves where you're like, all right, if it hits, cool, I won this round. If it didn't, all right, I just told my opponent that I am literally a psychopath and I'm capable of doing crazy things like that. I mean, it all comes down to the conditioning here. Popping him up in the corner, but of course not able to, you know, lead into any combos without the crushing blow.
Actually, fun fact, you do get a full combo in the corner from anything Kabal has by throwing straight projectile. You can combo from normal straight projectile in the corner, and it's for a lot of damage, but I just don't think that Waz was ready for that to like hit fully, or maybe he was a little bit too far to convert, and he just knew that, and he knows way better than me, but that definitely is a super fun combo pad. Everybody should try that out.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess you can't really end that string into, you know, the combo there at the end. You got to keep that last hit. I don't think is cancelable. I think it's only the first two. So maybe Waz just kind of committed, you know, a little too much to that string and said, "Oh man, I totally just forgot that I can do that." But either way, looking good here. Some pokes from both characters at, you know, that little down one range. Here comes the gas. Like you said, just kind of a little bit of a mix-up here. A pretty safe mix-up in terms of, you know, is he going to go for stagger, try to go for throw, or is he going to cancel, or is he going to finish the string? So, you know, you always got to be on your toes when you're going up against Kabal, and he's got this gas. Not the slight gas, but just regular.
Yeah, but one of the toughest things about the variation stuff, the new custom variation stuff, is the naming, where I started to realize, like, I don't know what any of these moves are called, and a lot of them are the same thing, but huge damage there, not going to be quite enough to kill. Fatal Blow is still available for Waz, and Fatal Blow for Kabal, of course, one of the best Fatal Blows in the game, really, as you can avoid a lot of things by going backwards. Oh, this is huge. Is he going to go for it? Oh, that's so much, but I don't know if that's enough. That's really, really tailed. Oh, I think you're right. I think you're right. Oh, it was enough. I highly underestimated that amount of damage. And again, knowing the perfect amount of damage that he needed. So now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but he had defensive meter that entire time, right? But he was reading the breakaway counter, and so he just never broke away. Am I right on that?
No, he actually didn't get that bar.
Oh, okay. Character, despite that being like how many characters down Cabal is for Waz, definitely showing the amount of knowledge that like a Cabal main would, which is very nice to see.
Oh yeah. Again, it's not an easy thing to do to, like, you know, jump into skin after skin after skin. Totally tough thing to do.
But hey, this is that's one of the strengths, especially it's a very strong strength in this game, right? Having multiple characters for different matchups is invaluable. And you know, I don't know exactly who Cabal is going to be good against, but you know, Cabal's doing very well right now, so that's what we got to look at.
Yeah, definitely doing well here. Oh, going right for the buzzsaw, and you have to amplify that preemptively. Like, you can't amplify it later after you throw it. But because the reward is so good, sometimes, you know, you're kind of just playing the lottery here. If it connects, cool, going to Nomad Dash. Look at those wake-up buttons from Waz. And yeah, oh my god, this time he had the breakaway and Waz was all over it. Waz was all over the fact that he wanted to get out of that combo, all over the fact that he had 2 bars available for him. And just like that, counterplayed it to the T. Here comes Fatal Blow, and this is match point for Waz. But these rounds, like these matches, this set is all going down to the wire. These guys are incredible here. So definitely don't count out Swazzy, especially when getting these jump-ins here from Johnny Cage. Low arcing fireball, definitely a tough thing to deal with. Some chip damage does add up little by little. Oh, I thought he called out the throw, but he pressed down forward.
Oh, if it wasn't that, that could have been huge. And now look at this. Waz, well, I was about to say Waz has the corner, but we're seeing some fighting out of the corner, and the meaty's going to work out. This is definitely running away from Swazzy. Oh, raw nomad dash! That's how you make it happen. Just do it.
He just did it. He just did it. He literally just did it here. Okay, didn't break away this time. Didn't want to get called out. Throwing out that gas. Waz trying to jump back and somehow whiffing. And don't think that was him getting hit on recovery, but just kind of him not anticipating the whiff. It looked like Johnny Cage just kind of low profiled him right there at the end. That's going to be a trade probably in Kabal's favor, as he usually is here. A little knockdown, some good damage here. Swazzy got to find a different way, a different approach, eating a lot of these buzzsaws here. Oh, did he really try that? But this time, neutral jump punch did work out for him, trying to call the breakaway, but nobody did it. This time around, Waz does go for the breakaway, so it does get him out of a combo in a bad situation. He can slow it down here, but you know what? He's trying to go in as hard as possible here, and Swazzy trying to take this. Swazzy swinging for the fences here. Swazzy meeting him here with the trade in his favor. He's got here. But that's okay. We've seen a lot of different characters from Waz. I mean, I feel like he has to remind us over and over again, you know, how diversified his roster is and how strong they all are. And Jade, definitely a pesky little character to deal with. She throws up that purple stuff, gets immune to any of the projectiles you're throwing. Not that it's Johnny Cage's entire game, but you know, if you're at that full range or full to mid screen, that purple stuff is definitely going to help you in that sense. Nice down two as a regular anti-air, jumping over the other side, actually getting a punish there in that situation, and Waz making the most of it here. Getting right around, over and under those finals.
I think Jade as a character is very gnat-like, you know, like just flying around in the air, just buzzing around you, stinging you. Well, gnats don't sting you, but okay, maybe like a mosquito for just a little bit of annoying damage, even if you block it. Yeah, I don't know why I immediately went to gnat for a stinging bug, which is, I don't know anything about bugs clearly. Which is like, I guess we need to see more Devore for me to learn. But yeah, that is exactly it. Just weaving in and out, right, finding the space to annoy you, and it's working.
It is. I definitely see it here, and I definitely agree. I mean, whether gnats sting you or not, they are annoying for the most part. They're not gonna kill you in one hit, but you know they might annoy you to death here. And this Jade
gnats
definitely
do
has
mental
this.
damage.
That's it. And so does Jade. So does Jade. You're just like, why? Why did that Jade mashing down two every time I know they're gonna mash down two work? Because I'm slightly annoyed and you know slightly just really rustled right now. And you know when you're rustled and annoyed, you know these things that normally don't get to you will get to you. Nice throw here from Waz. Forward throw. Has all this real estate to work with here, throwing up the purple stuff. So Johnny Cage decides, I'm trying to get in here. Down four, just outside of range. Oh, that could have been a crazy conversion there.
I've never seen back three hit as an anti-air like that before at that perfectly high range. I do definitely think that down one was possible there, but maybe it wasn't. That was super weird and didn't even go for it. Maybe he was surprised that it hit too. Probably thought it was going to win like the rest of them.
Yeah, definitely a strange situation, but you know who knows if they've been in that scenario before that you can get ready for it. Waz looking really good though, has just a little bit left. The Dilly's Dance not enough here, trying to chip him out, and that one definitely does. Didn't fall his block to minimize that chip damage, and Waz, not Was, is going to be moving on here into the grand finals, trying to go for the 4-peat here. 3 weeks in a row is qualifying, I feel like that just shows confidence. That shows that I can outplay anyone with the same resources here. But now we're going to be going to the lower bracket. This is Losers Semis. The winner of this will move on to Losers Finals. This is Saggat versus Wi-Fi Scorpion. Wi-Fi Scorpion using some spawn action here. I believe it probably most likely is the same variation loadout that we've been seeing, which is just the one.
Yeah, it's the one, and then on the other side we do see the Buzzsaw possessed hat, aka Squiggly hat from Saggat. So both things that we've seen them use, I would say for most of today. And I'm excited again to see this spawn come out, but you know, went straight to Scorpion the last set, maybe just wants to try it again for this one. But I do believe, now I could be wrong on this, but I do believe that the person who knocked Saggat into Losers was Wi-Fi Scorpion with his spawn. So it could just be the fact that, I mean, that I don't really need to explain that, right? I don't need to give any more information.
Yeah. So this is the run back. This is, you know, I've had the opportunity to kind of, you know, understand what I did wrong. Maybe I wasn't punishing something. You know, I had an entire day to work on it, or almost the whole day. But right now, Wi-Fi Scorpion getting the best of his Kung Lao, and I don't know how you throw a Kung Lao once, let alone twice. I mean, they're always jumping, they're always swinging. I can't do it, but somehow Wi-Fi Scorpion able to instill the fear into a Kung Lao player and get him to keep blocking after a throw. I'm just very impressed by that. Stand 3-4, that max range, and look at that fake little short hop going for a throw because he's just holding on the block for dear life. There it is, throw escape, getting around it here, but not with the follow-up. Get a nice punish there on a dive kick.
Ooh, definitely getting out of the corner with that, and this is where the pressure starts. This is scary. Nice throw! And the crushing blow. This is infinite damage. There's no, that would have been it. That would have been it 1,000%. No defensive form. Whoa, there's the fatal blow, and this is going to be close to evening it up. Oh, that's a lot of mental damage. Not being able to finish off your like 500 damage combo to win the game. So let's see if he can come back from this. No defensive bar now from Wi-Fi Scorpion. A launch will definitely be it. Probably would have been it anyway because of an armor break. But yeah, this is tough. It's just going to back up. All right, get back into Footsy's range. Oh, the mix-up! Oh, great patience. So the throw comes after, and now it's going to be chip. Fear. There is 2 bars of defensive meter. Oh, he goes through, but no. So it blocks the projectile. I don't think it's actual armor. I think it actually would not have taken damage had he let go of the projectile. But Buzzsaw is gonna be Buzzsaw, and it just stayed there, waiting for him.
Yeah, so it looks like at the end of that animation, which ended because he, you know, made contact with Kung Lao on the block, you know, he was no longer invulnerable to the projectile, and the projectile was still active. Big down 2 here. The little assist from the cape. Nice throw escape here. A little bit more aware of the throws is Saggat. We're seeing the throws able to convert. Look at that damage. Oh, hold on. Getting a little tricky here. A little sense of American reset here. But we're in Australia, so maybe they call it something. What do they call it here? I mean, in our country, we call it American reset. But that's just because we hate ourselves.
They probably also call it an American reset because they just assume that we're going to drop all of our combos over here. But nice round. I mean,
significant amount of recovery, but it's still just if your opponent's in that range, it's such a great tool to poke in there.
Oh, yeah.
Little poke.
Play chainsies.
Chainsies, yeah. We're past footsies. We're going to chainsies. I mean, I got no hurt box. What are you gonna do? Big dive kick here from Kung Lao, able to stop Spawn in his tracks in the air. Anti-air, no problem. Little squiggly hat. And a nice challenge from Kung Lao with these mids, able to kind of get Spawn. Probably trying to double dip, or probably trying to look for a throw.
Yeah.
Oh, but that max range, that looks like it's really tough to punish at that range. So, you know, that could be specifically, you know, a Spawn thing.
Yeah, there are actually, both these characters have some weird issues punishing certain things just because of the way that their normals work, where they've got these kind of like slower, like further range normals in the form of like 4-2 from either of them or 3-4, but and then they've got like their decently fast jabs, but their jabs aren't super far, so kind of punishing this middle range for both of these characters can get awkward.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, where you gotta kind of have to second guess, like, you know, instead of punishing the way I punish everybody else, I gotta do something else, or, you know, I just gotta go for pressure, whether I want to go for the slower mid, or for the throw. That's gonna be a big crushing blow here. I love the extension here of the combos, thanks to that float. Gonna be left in a standing position, trying to go for the overhead, and Kung Lao tried to go in there for the throw, and I think he was just a little too far away, but not this time around. Gets the back throw. The decent Oki, and Spawn with the delay wake up. Spawn with the throw attack, and Kung Lao trying to throw tech, trying to get the momentum back on his side. And he's just going in here with the swiggly hat. Why did the second one go over his head? I have no idea.
That was the smartest thing I've ever seen. He did 3-4 from behind the hat, and then went into the backboard 2 charge. I don't remember what the name of the actual charge, something charge like Letha, but that was perfect. That was so smart, just literally ignoring the buzzsaw, the amplified buzzsaw sitting there. Genius. But not genius enough.
Can we talk about how he had the round-winning punish there? He blocked the fatal. And, you know, I do love those little details when it comes to fighting games because, you know, you got to have overall knowledge of a lot of different things, a lot of situations. And I'm sure when it happened, he said, crap, I totally forgot that I was supposed to wait just a little bit so that this didn't happen. So, you know, unfortunately, he didn't get the comeback. He didn't get to tie the rounds up. And now the games are tied up here. One apiece. Wi-Fi Scorpion versus Saggat here. Some of the best in the Oceania region. Whoa, did you see that little shimmy?
Yeah, that was nice. Back. Love with the sweep too. Oh, whoa, gets out of it. It's only like plus like 3 on restand, so you do have quite a bit of time to actually do something, to challenge. And you know, Saggat went down there, but there was really no chance of living. So being able to get out of the corner for the next round is huge. Tries, oh no, missed the forward one. Definitely did the forward one a little bit too early before he recovered out of the trade. And unfortunately, that means he gets punished for the spin. Could have been a lot worse though, as far as punishments go. Still has the corner positioning. Oh no, he held it a little bit too long.
Yeah, it seems like it's a very specific timing there. Like if you hold it too long, you get hit by it. If you do it too early, you know, you're getting hit after you recover from it. So, very, very tough call here.
Yeah, this is a really weird matchup, and I think a lot of these, or both these players are still like learning a little bit about it from both sides, because there are just really unique tools that tend to challenge each other quite well, and there are not a lot of Spawn players, not in any region, you know? There's only like maybe 2, oh, big damage, and no, that doesn't connect. That only connects, I think, on breakaway, because it delays the time that they're in the air, or I guess it enhances the time they're in the air. So the fact that it didn't combo is huge. The down 2 crushing blow is gone, and I mean, luckily your fatal blow is not gone, but you're in the corner, everything's not looking good.
Yeah, definitely brings me back to shades of Dragon versus Sonic Fox back in Montreal, where Dragon called it out, bet it all on the fact that Sonic Fox was going to break away, but instead, you know, you just got to kind of play the mind game here, and that's what we're seeing here at the highest level of Mortal Kombat 11. Breaking away here right in front of Kung Lao, risky stuff. Kung Lao trying to swing, trying to find the hit, doesn't anticipate the amplified portion of that projectile, and this time getting a little bit more space control, the screen positioning, Spawn up against the wall, but it is very dangerous because he can get that forward throw. But then again, the forward throw, very predictable. Squiggly hat, oh, he's trying to go for a throw, and he got it! He got the forward throw, big crushing blow here, gonna be converting some good damage.
No! That's the second time he's dropped the combo from it, and that is such a huge drop. He's going to lose because of it. And so far
on the points leaderboards for this region, where, you know, Saggat just outside of there in 10th place, so really trying to get as many points as possible, you know, to get into that top 8 spot here, to be in the money for the big money finale here.
Yeah, I'd have to assume that this is already going to be quite a lot of points, and it's going to push him into that top 8. That's a big assumption, but I'm pretty confident in it. So he really, really wants to get into a spot where he doesn't have to worry about a week where he doesn't place well. So this is going to be a huge win for him if he can pull it off. Otherwise, Wi-Fi Scorpion's going to get that chance to kind of pull things back to get into that second place. But right now, oh, nice conversion. Wi-Fi Scorpion fighting back, you know, staying confident with the spawn. Like I said, I thought maybe he was going to switch to Scorpion, but so far it's paying off.
Yeah, definitely paying off here and looking great this first round, but hold on a second. Don't count Saggat out just yet. Connecting this back throw what's going to be the Oki. Just going for regular stuff into the forward 4 into Squiggly at keeping it relatively safe here. Not much you can do about it. Throwing down Buzzsaw. Spawn looking for that stand 3 to connect, but this time just kind of challenging your buttons, not going with anything too crazy, too risky like throws, just simple little lows. And you can cancel into whatever you want, like you saw right there, canceling into the cape dash and just kind of using some bar to keep it safe and not commit fully to it. But oh man, look at that anti-air!
Yeah, drops the full combo, and that is actually unsafe. Didn't get punished, technically, but still didn't get the combo and got thrown. And so now we're match point Saggat with Wi-Fi Scorpion sitting in the corner. Luckily, that nice fancy little spin away that Saggat just did, or that Kung Lao just did, means you're not fully pressured in the corner, but he managed to pull it back anyway. And here's a first corner combo, no defensive meter left. You had to find a way to get out of this corner right now, or you're just gonna melt, and the melting looks like maybe what's gonna be happening. Have his life gone already.
Nice little challenge there. Looks like Kung Lao either tried to double dip or maybe, tried to hit backdash there in that situation. Good conversion here at the end, nearly 30%. Spawn down 1ing out of there. Spawn connecting the KP.
Oh,
Can he make it happen this time?
Oh, it's looking good. It's looking good so far. Okay, breaks away, but look at that damage. 430 damage. He just needs one more hit, and that's going to be the hit. And that is going to be enough. He said, you know what? All right, I drop it once, it's okay. I drop it twice, it's okay. But if I'm going to drop the third one, I'll lose. So no, this time I've got to hit it. He does it. He gets the breakaway at 440 damage.
Loadouts, and most of his tools are in his core design. Like, I don't feel like Scorpion's variations define him too heavily. So, I feel like Wi-Fi Scorpion is maybe feeling a little bit more limited with that character, and this is some a character that can cover those matchups where he can have a little bit more wiggle room, a little more freedom. Yeah. Forward throws. Saggat's guessing right on all these situations.
I know, after such a good round last game, oh, beautiful conversion. This might be enough. Okay, breaks away. Now, the breakaway will at least, oh, this is huge. Okay, let's see it. Is he gonna break away? He has a chance here. He is gonna break away very early. 430 damage, another hit. This could be it. Oh, I don't know if this is enough. Oh, look at his life bar. His life bar was full like 5 seconds ago.
Oh my God!
It's enough! Oh my God!
It's enough! How is that enough? He hit him twice and he died! His life bar was full, he hit him twice and he died!
He was at like 1 life and he broke away. He was at 1 hit from death with 0 defensive bar, and then he hit him twice, and 5 seconds later, it's match point Wi-Fi Scorpion. Oh my God. All right. Saggat not looking phased. He's going to keep the pressure going. He's going to drive him into the corner again. It worked out really well for him the first time. The only thing is he just needs to not get hit ever, even once. But the throw crushing blow's gone. That's big. The fatal blow's gone. That's big.
Yeah. No more of that resource. Ducking right under the throw and not able to convert into some damage here. Does get the back throw. Does want the little space control here. Trying to stop Kung Lao in his track. Trying to stop those, but here come the interactables. Down 2, not trying to play any games, not trying to get the side switch there, as you really couldn't teleport and continue or guarantee anything. So he just said, you know what, I'm just gonna go straight for the down 2, no problem. Breaking away, getting hit there with the overhead at that max range. Such a good tool here from Spawn. That cape just reaches so far. It puts you in such a range where it's very difficult to punish. Back throw from Spawn, regular projectiles here coming out. Waiting for the buzzsaw hat. Kung Lao, when the fact that he can move right behind that buzzsaw, it kind of gives him the extra little edge in the zoning.
There's no meter for breakaway here. This is gonna be huge. Uses the double combo. Look at that, 450 damage. Throw would have been enough. Great tech. It's the only way to get out of that. Defensive bar is back, but it's not gonna matter. The 3-4 is gonna hit, and once again, the match was looking like there was no favorite thing about Australia. And moving on, we're now in the top 3. Here we go, Losers Finals, Wi-Fi Scorpion against Swazzy.
We got the top tier stacks and we got the top tier characters. Just kidding, but these characters are not good at all. We have Scorpion coming in here. He just got an auto track and teleport that leads into good damage. Big deal. And we got Johnny Cage, very impressive, far advancing normals here. Maybe doing some good damage, not able to get there in time. Forward 3 is just probably one of the best stagger tools in this game from anyone. And Scorpion's forward 3, it recovers so quickly. He can stagger, go for throw, he can finish the string, go for forward 3-4, that touch and flows.
You can do forward 3-2 if you're playing Searing Rage type variation, which we're not seeing today obviously, but players like Mirko still go for it. And I love that. There we go, the Caged Rage. It's like the hardest name to say, but armor breaker, so there's, if people try to greedily break away really quickly, you're done.
Yeah, gonna get right through that armor there. And it does change depending on how many times he uses it. So, you know, first it's a high, then it's, no, I'm doing it in the wrong order. I know it ends as an unblockable, and then it loops up over again. But Johnny Cage able to take this one here for Swazzy. Swazzy looking good, trying to come back here towards the grand finals here. So the loser here in this match is going to be taking third place, and the winner still in it for first place, depending on how they do against Waz.
Yeah, so the winner of this match is looking good to make it into the second place point standings, but this is still going to be relatively close because at the very minimum, they're both going to be in the top 3. And yeah, this is a rematch, of course, of earlier in the bracket where Swazzy did win, but seeing Wi-Fi Scorpion go with just Scorpion to begin with is a big deal. However, it doesn't seem to be working. We might see the switch back to Spawn. I'm not so sure.
Possibly, man. We might see some forward throw action here, and I like that, the option to just kind of chip him out on that points leaderboard. And, you know, the difference is there in the points, but like for the most part, these guys feel like they're going to end up being seed number 2 or 3 in that regional finals, which means they have a direct path, you know, on their side of the bracket. So, you know, they got to figure it out. They got to figure it out because this is going to be a determining factor in that, you know, small top 8 invitation.
Yeah, it is, and this is a pretty big deal. But we are going to see now the stick with Scorpion. There's not going to be any change as far as that goes, which I'm surprised. You know, after winning such a dominant game with Spawn, normally you'd expect to see the Spawn come out again. And it wasn't like terrible the first time they played.
It wasn't, but maybe he just felt like Swazzy, you know, had something really downloaded. I feel like Swazzy's really good at sniffing out throws. You know, I feel like even when Wi-Fi Scorpion is playing against Swazzy, he's got to play a little bit more reserved in terms of, you know, when to go for throws here. And, you know, Swazzy loves tough reads. They're really committed. I'm holding down, not blocking, hoping to God that you're not throwing that mid out at me because I want to make that throw whiff. And he's fully committed to making that happen. So I feel like that kind of counteracts his whole play style with Spawn, especially. Big chance here, does break away, and what a call out there, loading up that spear to make sure it does extra damage here. And again, he's so good at that. He understands exactly when Wi-Fi Scorpion is coming in for that throw. That's going to be a whip punish, big jump in to maximize that damage. Have you ever seen anyone whip punish with a jump in? Very rarely.
Yeah, I can't believe how many times we've seen the down 2 crushing blow. We don't see that many like micro ducks from Swazzy. Swazzy just makes that read all the time, apparently.
Yeah, I definitely see that.
Yeah, but now again, looking to be a tough situation for Wi-Fi Scorpion. You know, the projectiles are there, but of course you don't want to willy-nilly throw out those projectiles. That's going to be a cancel. He knows it, and the down 4 is a great check for it.
And you're going to be running on E in no time in terms of, you know, your endurance. That tank is just going to be empty quick.
Yeah, well, also with that match against Saggat, which was by far, I think, my favorite match of the day. For sure, my favorite match of the day. A very close back and forth with a lot of comebacks. That is very mentally draining. So we'll see if Wi-Fi Scorpion can find his second win, but he's going to need to find it fast in the corner with about a 50% life deficit. That is not an easy situation to be, especially against Johnny Cage, the corner master.
Definitely the corner master here. Oh, hold on a second. Forward throw. Gonna do a little extra damage thanks to that burning spear here. Whoa. Hold on a second.
Oh boy, yeah, this is gonna be good.
Oh, double short
short
hop. I've never seen that. I've never seen that ever.
That's a very interesting strategy, but it works. I think the mind game there is you do short hop low, but then short hop overhead is like a double mix-up. I don't know. There's too much going on there for me to make sense of it, but it worked, and that's what's important. That might have been an accidental breakaway. We saw that breakaway extremely fast off of nothing, and that is definitely a common thing that can happen, so that's super unfortunate. Wi-Fi Scorpion now also not going to be able to use that meter to cancel teleports, which is going to be super important. Luckily, he's out of the corner right now, and that is a great punish. Getting the airborne conversion too. This is looking really good. Maybe he did find his second win. Corner conversion, no meter to break away. This is almost going to be it. He needs one more hit. And, whoa, no, misses the punish. There's a chance. The throw's going to be it. Yeah, that was all the momentum, 100% in a row.
And you know, you can hit confirm the teleport. Like if you see that it was blocked, you can cancel it. Or if you see that it was a perfect hit, just the call out that you wanted. Whoa, hold on a second.
He went for the shades. He went for the shades first hit crushing blow. What a hard call out. But very rarely do you see a whiff like that. I was a little bit too far back to even try that. But hey, you love to see it attempted at the very least. He did hit that as the crushing blow against Waz in their very first week of Grand Finals, I remember, and that was hugely momentum damaging. But still, Swazzy, despite that whiff, it's not like a one that's going to get you punished, really, although I guess you could react to it with Scorpion if you're ready for it. Still going to hold a little bit, I was going to say corner position, but not anymore.
Position anymore, popping up for some combo damage, but there you go, Wi-Fi Scorpion is breaking away. Trying to nullify the damage as best as possible here. Ping, what's wrong? Throwing out straight fireballs here. Back three.
Oh no!
He tried to challenge the stagger. He said, you know what? This is the best stagger in the game. You're definitely going for forward three, maybe a throw. I'm going to start swinging, but here comes the rest of the string. Crushing blow requirement met. And because of that, able to solidify that fatal blow to connect on hit. And, you know, he's not playing any games. He said, I got the win right here. I'm going to use the resource. Then I'm going to try to win the next 2 rounds. One of the next 2 rounds without that resource. Poking here from Johnny Cage. Double dipping technically there.
Trying out. But yeah, like you said, now both Crushing Blow, what am I looking for? Crushing Blow 4-3-4. There we go. That's the string. Crushing Blow 4-3-4 and Fatal Blow are both gone. So yeah, 2 resources now off the books. So we'll see if he can manage to fight his way now out of the corner without those. Although Scorpion, all you need is 1 conversion, and suddenly you're the one who has the corner. Conversion first.
Up 3, one of the better up 3s in this game. Really forward advancing, quick and safe on block. Whoa, down 1ing in that range, just a little outside of it. And what a whip punish! The walk back here from Johnny Cage, making the connection perfectly here. The conversion from Scorpion here. I don't know if he was looking for the breakaway. He definitely didn't have the bar to break away. So I'm not really sure why that ender. Maybe he wasn't paying attention to, you know, the bar building back up, or, you know, it was a very specific setup.
Yeah, I think he may have been looking for the breakaway, and just because there's so few times you can actually use that as a breakaway for Scorpion, maybe he was a little bit trigger happy in trying to land that setup, because he will feel so free to break away against Scorpion all the time, right? Maybe he didn't realize there wasn't enough bar, and he was just like, oh please let it work, but it didn't. And you know what? Back 3, gonna work around it anyway. Again, 3-3.
It does hit. The overhead connecting, no problem. With Johnny Cage getting the back throw, breaking the spine and tossing Scorpion down. But remember, Scorpion 1 teleport away from getting out of that corner and putting you in the corner.
Oh, but I don't know if he's ever going to get the chance. That's going to be enough. Corner damage from Johnny Cage, some of the highest. But we are going to start off with Sindel against Sub-Zero, and I think we did see Swazzy do Sub-Zero again in that first Grand Finals, which was very similar to this. However, I believe the winners and losers side were opposite. But we are going to see Sindel, and we see Low Star Screamer. I didn't see what else. I'm going to assume Banshee Dash because we just saw it. But yeah, there's a lot of custom options for Sindel. And it's hard to see both sides customs all at the same time. It's so quick. I'm still learning. All right, but good hit, and this is where the mix beginneth. Oh, that's what.
Hold on a second. Yeah, no, we're putting a pause to that big scream at the face. Swazzy getting hit over and over again, man. big damage here. The overhead reaching from downtown. But just like that, slide, get off of me. Oh no. That was Chip, that was Chip, that was Chip! What are you gonna do about that?
Why is Waz's execution so good with like so many characters? He just did that the like Banshee, like a bunch of float combos. Like that's tough. That is super not easy to do. Even if you're a Sindel player who plays it a lot, that is impressive. Especially the fact that it's the first time he played Sindel today. He has had some time in training mode, so maybe he was warming up in between these matches. It's the advantage he gets for being Winners Side Grand Finals, but still mad impressive. However, crushable resources we talked about before doesn't have the scream anymore.
Oh, tried to hit that forward 4 there. Hopefully looking for the armor breaker. That is Sub-Zero's armor breaker. Just outside of the range there, didn't connect. Could have been a really bad situation for Waz had he gone for the back one to go for this kind of whiff punish. Slide immediately, reversal for that punish. Waz got to think twice about going for things like that. Didn't commit to the overhead, instead just kind of tried to stagger it a little bit to keep Waz on his toes, but he should have. In hindsight, obviously 2020, you should have gone for either what you wanted to do forward 2.
Joker come out. The Joker is a character that I feel like a lot of Johnny Cage players tend to be pretty comfortable with. A lot of the ranges are really similar, where you're kind of trying to play this sort of footsies-ish game, and you stagger people and have auto-spacing the whiff punish. So we'll see if that works out any better against the Sindel. I think these are 2 of the least played top tiers. You know, Sindel considered a top tier before Ultimate, and only got better from Ultimate, like quite a bit actually. And the only region that really we've seen a lot of Sindel from is, I would say, the like Russia area type of Eastern Europe region. Aside from that, really no Sindels. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, you know, she's a good character. You know, she's got a lot of things, but if my Twitter timeline with all the Sindel players I follow, she's apparently missing everything. So, you know, not really sure. Look at that, able to cancel into guaranteed chip damage in that situation. Waz didn't have that bar for the last breath mechanic, but it's okay. He's going into this next round, a whole new fighter here. Oh, very, very brave forward throw here from Swazzy. Looking great here, trying to lock down Wazminator here in the corner. And there it is, the screen crushing blow. Big damage, gonna charge up the second blow. Still holding on to his ears. Joker will be dropped.
Oh no! After I compliment him on how good he is at execution with these tough combos, of course he's gonna drop the next big opportunity he has, because that's just how this works. But still, you know, managed to get a good amount of damage and managed to fight his way out of the corner. I say as he gets knocked right back into the corner. Doesn't go for the breakaway. That was a pretty heavy read there by Swazzy, but he's still going to get the advantage. Would have been able to combo off that down 2, I think. So now just needs to chip. And, oh, no, there's still a chance. Still a chance for Waz.
Oh, got the back throw. Is it going to be enough? The follow-up situation. Tried good block of the overhead, but didn't block the low. Tries to go for the up 3, but it didn't get called out. Waz gets that throw at the end. Even forward throw just to solidify the spacing here in this final round. Joker not able to teleport anything out of there, but Waz backing up, trying to get him to whiff punish, or trying to get him to whiff something so he can punish it here. Trying to keep him at bay. Low Banshee screen, very fast, very tough thing to deal with here. If you're not right on top of her, she even low profiles your jumping attempts. So Joker, you better jump in with those big jumping 3 boots. Throwing out the jack in the box. Waz able to block just in time. Forward, cartwheel, forward, he'll flip out, no problem.
Yeah, just playing the runaway game, and this is one of the biggest advantages of Ultimate Sindel, is that you can take both Low Star Screamer and the Banshee Dash, and both of them really strong zoning tools. So before, she was really forced to just play footsie.
You win some, you learn some. I'm going to move on, and I'm going to know, you know, it was just that tiny little clutch factor, that tiny little scramble, and I definitely see him being confident in this Joker thing. But I could be totally wrong here. Forward throw from Sindel. Wazminator looking strong here. Cartwheel in, cartwheel out, no problem. Here comes the little Batsy Pew. I believe he didn't have this one loaded up last time. Is that correct?
Yeah, as far as I know, this was not the same variation, so we are going to see the low projectile. Both of these characters with very strong low projectiles. If Joker's hits, it is a ton of damage. It also leads to giving him a ton of unbreakable damage. just doing anything into amplified low gun shots is just ridiculous damage. I don't know why it does quite so much, but it also pushes you back really far. It's good in general. And again, we see the corner pressure working very well, but a well-timed roll out by Waz is going to give him the screen again. And oh, look at that. You land on it. It does so much damage. It's 131 for only 3 of the 4 shots.
So insane. It does not scale at all. Look at that. Not even able, he didn't even have to finish those shots there at the end. Able to just convert into some good, solid damage. I mean, and because you don't get juggled, you cannot break away. So just like Jeff said, unbreakable damage here. Oh, dropped the follow-up after the down 2. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, that is a massive amount of damage. Seeing Joker with the I don't remember what the boxing glove is called, but seeing with that is very similar to seeing Swan with the 1, or with his charge, where if they have no breakaway, then you are in trouble. And that's exactly what this variation is clearly for. When they do have breakaway, he goes for unbreakable damage, or sorry, when they have defense meter, he goes for unbreakable damage to the low shots, which is great unbreakable damage. When they don't, he cashes out even more. So this is as high damage as you can possibly get with any combination of the Joker options. Whoa, oh, that was so weird. I was like, what happened? I didn't realize that the scream killed, so I was like, why did the Jack in the Box hit? Why didn't she take any damage? Why is she still standing? I was so confused.
Why is she still there? She didn't disappear. Yeah, just a little, hey, he was just kind of playing it, you know, real easy, just waiting for the opportunity. Just needed that little trade here. No jumping commitment here from Joker, because he's too afraid of getting low profile from that low screen. He can commit to just like a regular jump 3, but I guess he'd rather have some pressure instead. Cartwheel in, cartwheel out, no problem. Here comes Jack in the Box, and then the little low shots guaranteeing some chip damage. Still pretty good, whether it gets blocked or it does get hit. Gonna cash in big time on that crushing blow. The forward 2-1-2 gonna launch up, and Sindel forced to come off those resources, first to come off that breakaway, but now look at all the breathing room she's got. Full real estate, lay of the land, as she can just back up, go for those little trades. He still has a slight life speed.
Oh, and that is another way to get unbreakable damage. I honestly didn't think that was going to hit from so far away. I thought he was going to cancel it, but which would have also worked. But you know what? You don't need to if you don't need to, and this is a stylish way to win. It's a great fatal blow, and from what was a match point for tournament point for Waz,
playing it way less aggressive here, and I think it's working out for him.
It is. We are going to see the Sindel pick again with the same. Oh, that must have been a mistake. That had to have been a mistake breakaway. Still took all the damage that he would have anyway, so that is really unfortunate. Now no defensive meter for Waz, which means that the launching from the from Joker is just going to lead to so much damage. Kapow! Thank you. I'll remember one move, name, one guy. Not today. Today we're sticking at 0. Oh, and that's going to be a big KB, but too far away to get the second screen, of course. Will he land the full rest of it? He will! Well, as long as he doesn't drop this, yep. 417 damage, 4 freezies. Beautiful.
Beautiful indeed. And man, just popping him up again. I mean, it's not like huge combo damage, but it is adding up. And it's putting Waz in a situation where, you know, okay, I'll block these 2 things. Look at that chip damage. That chip damage from that move is insane. It tacks up so easily, but Waz had, you know, 60, 70% life lead, so he was very comfortable. He's like, I will take this chip, no problem. He's going to run out of meter, and then he's going to have to wait for it to come back. So I think Swazzy needs to get a little bit more unpredictable with your meter management. You know, maybe amplify 1 and then don't amplify the second one because he thinks you're going to do it. But either way, I mean, he's still looking okay. He's still looking, he's in here.
Oh, and this is okay, he's going to break. Yeah, the opportunity for a breakaway read was there. Didn't go for the low gun shot, just wanted to try to get his maximum damage. But one thing that he could do more is amplify the Jack in the Box from full screen, which is something that he actually did right as you were saying it, and right as I wanted to say it. And that did lead to this whole corner situation, so we might see that a little bit more in the future. As he's looking pretty good to win this one. However, you never know in the corner. All right, here's the offense begins. There's no crushing blow scream, which means it's going to be a lot harder to catch one counter hit and maybe get all of this damage back. Oh, lands in it again. And you know, one move that I would love to see Waz consider switching to is the hair flip. Hair flip would, oh no, is that it? Is that enough? I don't know. So. I think this is close. I think this is really close. But if
I think these heels are going in his eyes.
Oh, Oh, he's live, he's live, he's live. One hit, low star screamer. Okay, not enough for Chip. Oh, jumps over and gets the down 4, and that is going to be enough. The forward 4 call out into the fatal blow yet again. Waz makes the absolute correct call, and this is disgusting. I haven't seen this fatality in a while. You don't need those eyes anymore. Oh my god. Oh, gross. And there's a bunch of hair in you. Who's gonna clean all that hair out? Gross.
Yeah, that's the worst part. Is like you're probably just like gagging on everything as it's just going through your entire organ, entire body. Nobody wants hair